I'm Kat with a C.
And I'm Kat with a K.
And
this is Two Cats in a Movie.
So March Madness is right around the corner, and we thought we'd kick off the fun with these great basketball movies.
Counting down, we've got White Man Can't Jump. Now, Billy and Sydney think they're the best basketball hustlers in town. So when they join forces, nothing can stop them.
Yeah.
Except themselves, of course. Not to mention, Billy just happens to be being chased by gangsters to which he owes money. Hilarious. Knock your socks off funny. Seriously. But how could this movie not be that funny with Woody Harrelson and Wesley Snipes starring in this film? Oh, and they're back together. So we previously mentioned that they just happened to share a film debut of Wildcats from our last list of football. Yes. And it's funny. It's just hilarious. I love this movie.
They're a great team, and even their basketball coaches thought so, because Wesley and Woody, they said they reached the skill level to be able to start in a NCAA Division III team. That's impressive.
It's very impressive. Golf clap.
Oh, golf clap. And you can watch this awesome gem on Hulu. That brings us to Love and Basketball. So Monica and Quincy experience love and play basketball together through the many life challenges from childhood to adulthood. So this is a wonderful coming-of-age story, proving that love conquers ambition. And I also think it's pretty funny that Monica is watching an episode of Family Matters in the movie when Sana Lathan starred in an episode of Family Matters in 1997 called Revenge of the Nerds.
So, I love it when movies add to the illusion of the film by paying attention to real-life details that you just can't get around, like tattoos and scars.
Yes.
Sana Lathan just happens to have a scar on her cheek. Not sure which one, but they added that into the film by showing her character Monica getting pushed down and getting a cut on her cheek. It just really sells the emotion. It sells the illusion. It's wonderful. So now you can watch this movie on HBO Max. Yes. And hey, Disney alert! Disney alert!
No.
Disney alert!
No more Disney. I can't take it.
Damn, Bessie. All right. So let's watch Air Bud, shall we? Okay. So an unexpected player joins the school basketball team, a circus dog who has escaped his cruel master. It's a very heartwarming tale that not only gives us a beautiful golden retriever to fall in love with, but Kevin Zegers just happens to play the lead. And I'll admit it, I had a crush on him back in the day. He grew up nice, too.
I don't recall his poster on your wall. That must have been in your secret room.
My closet?
Oh, all right.
Okay.
So, nostalgia. Ooh, nostalgia is one of the reasons I love a movie, and this is definitely one of those. Because the dog playing Buddy in the movie is also the dog that played Comet on Full House. Yay, which is one of my favorite TV shows. And who doesn't love a dog that can play and win basketball games?
Shoots.
You can
He
watch.
scores.
Yes, you can watch this one by renting it on Prime. That brings us to Teen Wolf. So, when high school nerd Scott Howard learns from his father that being a werewolf runs in the family, Scott decides to take advantage of his freakish trait by scoring some popularity on and off the basketball court. So I had a crush on Michael J. Fox, and I love werewolves, so 2 paws way up for this movie. And it's really interesting that all of the basketball moves were choreographed in the film. Michael did ask if they could sort of play unscripted, and while Rod Daniel did let them try, it just didn't really work. And I mean, Michael J. Fox basketball, I can see why.
Unless you see Michael J., not Michael Jordan.
Right,
Michael J. So now I'm really wondering if that restriction perhaps led to Michael J. Fox's dislike of this film.
Ooh, I wonder.
It's a conundrum, right?
Mhm.
Because he really disliked this film. He disliked this film so much that he refused to come back for the sequel. He was quoted in an interview back in the day that Steven Spielberg is down the street making great movies and I'm playing a werewolf. Because Steven Spielberg just happened to be filming Back to the Future at the time, which, shockingly enough, had to be completely recast with Michael J. Fox as the lead. I wonder.
Yes.
It's very, very interesting. And you can wonder with us by renting it on Prime.
Yes.
So, we said Michael J. Now we have Michael Jordan. Space Jam! Woohoo! 1996, the one and only Space Jam. So in a desperate attempt to win a basketball match and earn their freedom, the Looney Tunes seek out the help of retired basketball player Michael Jordan. Woohoo! So, it's the Looney Tunes.
Yes.
And for the life of me, I wish I could remember the theme song, because all I got is we're tiny, we're toony,
toony,
we're all a little loony.
But that's Tiny Toons.
Yes, it's Tiny Toons. Still part of the Looney Tunes team.
Exactly.
So, funny, hilarious cartoons, of course, mixed with wonderful live action, and I wonder if they were choreographed basketball scenes. It's this brilliant mixture of live action and cartoons. Animation.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Woohoo.
Absolutely wonderful. Not to mention, it happens to be the debut of Lola Bunny as Bugs Bunny's love interest.
Yes.
Which truly added to the film. It really did.
Yes. And while I like basketball, I was a huge Michael Jordan fan and loved to watch him. So him in this movie makes it extra special. And what makes it extra, extra special is that Bill Murray is in the film. And this was an homage to his commercials from the 1990s where he was trying to become an NBA star. They're hilarious. Look them up on YouTube. I remember seeing these when they aired live, so it's just great. And you can watch Space Jam on Hulu. That brings us to
Disney Channel original.
Okay, I can do this. Yes,
There you
Disney Channel original, The Luck of the Irish. Teenager Kyle Johnson must battle an evil leprechaun for a gold charm that holds his family's luck. He must also prevent this evil leprechaun from becoming king of the leprechauns. So Ryan Merriman is playing Kyle, and he was a wonderful Disney star, great comedic actor, and he actually grew up to be quite the dramatic actor as well, so good on him. And then the evil leprechaun is played by the incomparable Timothy Amundsen.
Lassie!
Yes, Timothy is in the USA show Psych, and he's one of the main reasons we watched this show. But Luck of the Irish is where we first saw Timothy, and he's just so handsome and just such a versatile actor. We love him.
It's the hair.
It's the hair and the beard.
Yes, he looks like a pirate. Very nice looking Irish pirate nowadays. So, we're part Irish.
We are. Saints be praised.
That's right. So, we might just have a slight connection to this film, just a little bit. It's also really important to know your heritage, which just happens to be the other theme, other than basketball, to this film, that how important your heritage is at making you an American, because America is the melting pot of immigrants.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Proud to be an American.
Proud.
Very proud.
Yes.
So you can watch this one and be proud with us on Disney+.
Yes.
Hey, check it out. Another Disney Channel original film. Breathe. Get the bag. Get the bag.
Run for your lives.
It's okay. It's okay. Go to your happy place. All right. So this is Full Court Miracle. The true story of Lamont Carr. After a knee injury forces him to leave the game, the college basketball star reluctantly,
very
reluctantly, becomes the head coach of a struggling Jewish basketball team in Philadelphia. Yes, Jewish short. Sorry, they're short, but they got gumption, man.
They do.
They really do. They got strength where it counts. And look, we're back in Philadelphia.
What?
I feel like we were there before. You know, like maybe with football in the 1970s. the Eagles. Who was that? Vince Papale. That's right.
That's it.
So Philadelphia has got apparently a very rich, true story history with sports.
Yes.
Vince Papale and now Lamont Carr, who is perfectly cast by Richard T. Jones, and he did just a wonderful job. He's a funny man.
He is. And his co-star, and really the main character of the story, is played by Alex D. Lintz, who you might recognize from Home Alone 3 and Max Keeple's Big Move. And he was really showing his moxie to grow into a great and talented actor.
Yes.
It's really good. He did a great job. Plus, using the story of the Maccabees to sort of correlate with their basketball struggles was inspired.
Oh, yes.
And if you don't know who the Maccabees are, do some research on Hanukkah.
You could read the book of the Maccabees.
Yes. Well, you can watch this treasure, of course, on Disney Plus. And that brings us to Just Right. So physical therapist Leslie Wright lands her dream job working with basketball superstar Scott McKnight, whom she greatly admires for his skill on the basketball court. All goes well until Leslie starts to fall in love with Scott.
Oh my.
So Queen Latifah is playing Leslie, and we know she's a great comedic actor, but she really showed a more romantic and dramatic side in this movie, which I particularly loved.
Mm-hmm.
And who knew Kaman was such a great actor? I didn't. I was awesomely surprised in this movie.
He's a very talented man. Plays piano.
Yeah.
Got mad basketball skills.
Yes.
Seriously. So we mentioned that there just might be a little more emphasis on the love story in this particular film. So much so that in order to get Leslie and Scott to meet in their meet cute,
Yes.
they had to break the law because they meet while Scott is pumping or trying to pump gas in his car after the game. Now they're supposed to be in East Rutherford, New Jersey, which apparently it's against the law to pump your own gas after dark.
Like, what? Who does this? Who made up this law? Crazy people. That's who.
I actually wonder, is they're an attendant, or are you just not allowed to get gas after that?
She's weird.
It's weird. So please let us know.
Yeah.
So also on a much yummier note, this film comes with its own snack. Really, really does. Leslie makes this awesome concoction of 2 chocolate chip cookies with a melted marshmallow in the middle. Yes, I call them the Wright cookies, right? The Wright cookies.
Yes.
It's perfect. Grab yourself a plate full and watch this movie on Hulu.
Yes.
All right, so here's for a hidden gem.
Yay.
A wonderfully hidden gem. The air up there.
Way
Up
up there.
there. So an assistant coach and a one-time college star, he spots a teenage basketball player in a videotape sent back from one of the college's religious missions to Africa.
Yeah.
So in hopes of advancing his own career, he takes off for Africa to find this 6'9", 6'9" fast kid for his lackluster team. Oh, it's brilliant.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's inspiring.
Ooh.
It's completely fictional.
Which makes it that much more inspiring.
It really does. There are so many, just like the previous movie we mentioned. No, not the previous. The one before that. True stories to inspire us about, reaching for your dreams. This one feels like it should be real.
It does.
It's brilliant. And Kevin Bacon, who just happens to not be one of my favorites by himself. I prefer him in things like Tremors and A Few Good Men. He's a great actor and he proves it. Because it's really just like him and this African village. That's it. That's really all that's going down. You laugh with him.
Yes,
you cry with him. You run like hell with him. It was beautiful.
It was. Now, I really love Kevin Bacon. He's one of my favorites, and he was just phenomenal in this movie. He showed another side to himself of his depth of acting ability. And now there's a fun word in this movie. So while he's in Africa and he's trying to get this kid to come, the father is like, Jalang. And he's thinking, oh, this is great. I've totally got them hooked. Well, the nun informs him, Jalang is polite for saying no because it means I shall consider it for eternity. So, new favorite word, and you can watch this hidden gem by renting it on Prime.
It's a Disney World after all. It's a
No.
Disney...
No.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Doodly-doo.
So Glory Road, which of course is Disney. It's the true story of Don Haskins. After being appointed the new coach of the 1966 Texas Miners, he decides to build the team based on talent rather than race. Now, Josh Lucas. Sweet Home Alabama, anyone? Josh Lucas is portraying Don Haskins, and he does a superb job. Absolutely great. And remember how I love cameos of the real people? The real Don Haskins is a gas station attendant on the recruiting trip. So fun, right?
Oh, they do another sneaky move with adding in real cameos.
Yes.
So at the end of the film, they show a photo of the 1965-66 Texas Miner team. Mm-hmm. Now, instead of showing you a staged photo of the actors, they show you the real team.
Yay!
It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And these actors did a really great job at portraying the struggles and the camaraderie that they would have really had to face during the 1960s. It was brilliant. I love this movie.
It's great.
And you can watch it on Disney+. Mm-hmm. Hey, guess what?
What?
What time is it?
Summertime. Wait, no, it's not.
It's honorable mentions time.
Oh, yay!
Woohoo!
So, first up is John Tucker Must Die. He's a basketball star, but this movie is really more about revenge, which is best served hot. Jesse Metcalf, anyone?
So to continue the hotness, Zac Efron?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Disney's High School Musical 1 and 3. 2 is on a different list. So, Zac Efron's character is a basketball player who is spending a little more time singing and dancing like Gene Kelly and deciding whether he wants to actually pursue that or basketball. So it's more about the music and not so much about the basketball.
Yeah. And Zac Efron again in 17 again. So the main character is given a choice again to choose between basketball and family. Which will he choose?
So here we go with Disney. Old Disney. Good Disney. And new Disney.
That's true.
The absent-minded professor and the remake Flubber. Yes, they're more about the invention of Flubber, but there's just a wonderful basketball scene in both of the films that really shows you what Flubber can do. Right? Like, really.
And that brings us to our last honorable mention, which is, of course, Disney. The 1946 goofy short, Double Dribble.
All right. It's time. You ready?
Yes, it is.
That perfect pick! Hoosiers!
Woohoo!
Now, this is the true story. It's based on a true story, I should say, of the small Indiana town team that made it to the state finals in 1954. Now, this movie chronicles the attempts of a coach with a spotty past and the town's basketball-loving drunk to lead their high school team to victory!
In Jesus, my Savior forever. Oh, wait, we were talking about basketball.
That's right. Okay, so Gene Hackman just happens to play the wonderful
Coach.
Thank you. I'm like, who is he playing? He's playing the coach.
Playing the coach. It's great.
He just melded so well into the character.
But.
Yes, but the basketball-loving drunk is played by Dennis Hopper, who is amazing. Wonderful. Yes. Especially since he considered not taking the role because he'd actually just stopped drinking in real life.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if I want to be tempted with all of this. He is the best sober drunk that you will find in the movies.
Absolutely.
Really, honestly, and truly. He was so good and so dedicated that this is the only film that Dennis Hopper has ever been nominated for an Oscar for his performance.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. He's wonderful.
It's just great. And this movie is near and dear to our hearts because it is our dad's favorite basketball movie because our dad played basketball in high school in a tiny little town. Now, it was in Louisiana, but it's just correlates so with his own childhood that it's just great, and we loved watching it with him, and so it's a fabulous, inspiring story. And he also remembers wearing those, tiny little shorts and stuff.
That's right,
and,
guys wear the short shorts first.
Yep. And remember the real life cameos? So the announcer in the movie in the final game is Hillard Gates, who was the real life announcer at the real life championship game. And you can watch this wonderful movie on Prime. Well, we hope you enjoyed our show. And please tell us what your favorite basketball movies are in the comments below. And if you really liked all the fun trivia, go to imdb.com and check out more trivia on these movies in their trivia section.
Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and
yes.
share. And until next time, keep searching for that perfect pick.